Big breaking coming in as we continue to track the Goa nightclub tragedy. Tomorrow morning, Lutra brothers will be taken from Phuket to Bangkok for legal formalities and final handover to India for the deportation. They will soon be deported to India, where they will face criminal proceedings in the fire tragedy in which 25 people lost their lives. The fire broke out at Saturday night at Lutra brothers owned nightclub Birch By Romeo Lane in Goa. When this tragedy broke out, several safety lapses were highlighted during the probe, which highlighted how this was a tinderbox which was ready to be turned into a tragedy. When the fire broke out, there were narrow exits and other safety lapses like an NOC that was missing from this Goa nightclub. For more, my colleague Tejshri, who has been tracking these details from Thailand, is joining me. Tejshri, tell us more about it. Tomorrow morning is what we are hearing, that they will be taken to Bangkok. When it is likely that they will be dragged back to India to face the law?
Well, absolutely. That's how the procedure over here is as far as the deportation is concerned. And now what we are getting to know is that as of now, they are there in the immigration detention center from where we reported the entire day. NDTV only channel to get the ground report outside the detention center. And now what we are learning is that tomorrow they will be taken to Bangkok. First of all, in Bangkok, all the official formalities will be done. They will be produced in the court over there. And then perhaps, probably they will be handed over to the Goa police if the Goa police flies from Bombay to Bangkok. So now all eyes on tomorrow's hearing as well and tomorrow's development. So as to what happens here, will they be taken to Bangkok or for the further formalities? Because there are also speculations that are making rounds that they could stay here in Phuket as well for 2 to 3 days because the official formalities are yet to be completed. But as of now, what we are getting to know is that there are there's more likelihood that they will be taken to Bangkok for the for other formalities as well. So now remains to be seen that when they will be taken to Bangkok, the timing what we are being told is that most likely it's 9 a.m. according to the Thailand time. That 9 a.m. they will be taken there to the Bangkok along with all the officials.
Okay, thank you so much, Tejshri, for tracking all these developments that are coming in. Now to a quick update on the Goa nightclub fire case. The Lutra brothers, owners of the nightclub in Goa, where 25 people died in a fire accident over the weekend, were detained in Thailand today, and Indian officials along with Goa police are working overtime to deport them back to India at the earliest. Saurav and Gaurav Luthra, they were detained in Thailand today. These brothers are responsible for the death of 25 people who died due to suffocation and other reasons while partying at their nightclub. Earlier in the day, a Delhi court rejected the transit anticipatory bail pleas of Saurav and Gaurav Luthra. The accused sought 4 weeks of transit anticipatory bail so that they were not immediately arrested after their return to Delhi from Thailand. But with the anticipatory bail being rejected and there are no obstacles in the way for their arrest, now it is only awaited when these brothers are dragged back to India to face the law. Sample the reactions. The Goa Chief Minister has said that justice will be fast-tracked and assured justice for the victims, vowing strict action against the Luthra brothers. The Goa Chief Minister also outlined that the CBI and Goa police will be flying to Thailand.
मैंने पूरे इस केस की फिर एक बार रिव्यू लिया है और रिव्यू लेने के बाद यानी मैं तो द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ गोवा पुलिस और बाकी सभी यानी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के एजेंसीज के थ्रू इनको हमने वहाँ से जल्दी ही विद द हेल्प ऑफ देम उठा के उनको हम लेके आएंगे।
और सर, इस पूरे मामले में आज कोर्ट में एंटीसिपेटरी बेल के लिए अप्लाई किया था, उसमें गोवा सरकार पर जो है
हमारे सीनियर काउंसिल वहाँ पे हमें गोवा की केस स्टैंड कर रहे हैं। मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि उनको बेल नहीं मिलेगी।
सर, गोवा से कोई पुलिस ऑफिसर थाईलैंड जाएगा? कोई
बिल्कुल गोवा की टीम जाएगी।
NDTV has been tracking the Goa nightclub horror straight from Thailand, where the accused Luthra brothers are in detention. My colleague Tejshri reports from Phuket, showing the route that Luthra brothers took after landing at the airport and reaching the hotel. Take a look at this.
Well, NDTV is in Phuket and we are tracking all the development as far as the deportation of Lutra brothers is concerned. Currently, let me tell you that we are on the same route that was taken by Lutra brothers when they landed here in Phuket. The manner in which they fled the country, that was quite dramatic and suspicious as well. That has raised several questions, and hence a blue corner notice was issued against them here in Thailand. Now they are in detention, and the immigration police is now questioning them. They also in fact have accepted the fact that yes, they owned a restaurant, a club that was named as Romeo Club, which was set ablaze and has now turned into ashes. But yet they have not accepted the fact that they fled the country. Now the interrogation, the questioning is underway. What we are also getting to know is that it is tomorrow that they could be produced in the court. But the fact of the matter is, this is the same route that they followed after landing over here in Phuket. They got down at the airport and came over here to this particular hotel from where we are reporting right now. And finally, NDTV has reached this hotel. That's the hotel IndiGo from where we are reporting right now. And we have finally reached over here, tracking the route, the path that these Lutra brothers had taken to abscond and take a shelter over here.
Shifting our focus to a speculation about an imminent trade deal between the two countries gathers steam. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump spoke over the phone and discussed expanding cooperation in various areas. A statement said that the two leaders reviewed progress in the United States and India partnership and discussed expanding cooperation in key areas including trade, critical technologies, energy, defense and security. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also posted about this phone call on the social media platform X, terming the conversation as warm and engaging with President Donald Trump. The timing of the call is extremely crucial as it comes at a time when ties between the US and India have seen a slide. This is since 25% penalty for New Delhi's purchase of Russian oil, in addition to 25% tariffs, was levied by the United States.
The timing couldn't have been better. I mean, it's a very strategic timing coming at a time when Putin visited India, and it was a very successful visit from the perspective of Moscow and New Delhi both. It also comes at a time when Quad meeting is not happening, that was going to be hosted by New Delhi. And of course, Trump also is not visiting India. But there was a senior trade level delegation that visited India recently from Washington, D.C. We also had a senior political official from the US State Department visiting India and meeting several of the counterparts, including Vikram Misri, the Indian Foreign Secretary. So the phone call has been very pragmatic. There seems to be some kind of a desperation from the Washington, D.C. side as well to have a trade deal soon. But of course, India is trying to be a hard bargainer because India has neither been confrontational nor submitted itself completely before Trump. So India has acted according to its strategic autonomy and also a very pragmatic diplomatic approach by India's foreign ministry and also the diplomats. So as of now, we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold in the next few weeks. It will be very crucial to see if the phone call and the bonhomie that is being spoken about and Trump praising Modi also on several occasions on social media, but also trying to be a hard bargainer, trying to put pressure in the form of claiming that US had a critical role to play in the India-Pakistan ceasefire. That certainly is not taken lightly by New Delhi. India has not accepted that, of course. But a very important conversation coming at a very significant time, Raisha, in which military ties, defense, security has been discussed, trade has been discussed, critical minerals have been discussed as well, and how to enhance this bilateral cooperation will be the top priority area. So I won't be surprised if in the next couple of months, we could possibly see a trade deal.
IndiGo CEO has been summoned by the DGCA to appear before its committee on December 12 for questioning over recent large-scale flight disruptions and cancellations. The airline disclosed this development to stock exchanges as per the SEBI regulations. My colleague Vishnu Shom highlights more.
I think this is an important step, and it points to the fact that you've now got Government of India appointed officials inside IndiGo headquarters looking at every aspect of IndiGo's operations to try and get an idea of just how the airline works when things fell awry, when so many flights were cancelled, thousands of flights were cancelled over a period of several days, causing an inconvenience to tens of thousands of passengers. Now news breaks that Mr. Peter Elbers, the CEO of IndiGo, will be at the Director General of Civil Aviation. And, to answer questions which the DGCA may have picked up on the basis of day one of these officials I spoke about being at the IndiGo office. So this is, I think, a start of a process where lots of questions will be asked, because the breakdown which took place is something that the airline sector needs to look at very carefully. Why? Because ultimately it's about flight safety. As far as the flights themselves are concerned, by and large, IndiGo is back to normal. But do remember, and I think our viewers should remember, that they are back to normal now because the flight duty time limitations, which are linked to pilot fatigue, guidelines that exist, have now been put in abeyance till the 10th of February. So we were meant to fly safer now. Those safer flights, right, with potentially less fatigued pilots, will take place hopefully from the 10th of February. The big question, will IndiGo be able to maintain those flights from the 10th of February onwards?
Shifting our focus now to Tamil Nadu, where the impeachment motion of Justice Swaminathan and the face-off over Thirupangundaram Karthikai Deepam issue continued to simmer in and outside Parliament, with the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat wading into the controversy with his comments and BJP MP Tejasvi Surya taking on the opposition in Parliament over the impeachment motion. The DMK, though firm in its stand that it's not the judgment that led to the impeachment motion, but the conduct of the judge himself has been complained against much before the judgment. In Lok Sabha, Home Minister Amit Shah on Wednesday accused the opposition parties of appeasement politics, criticizing their move to impeach the judge. Meanwhile, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has highlighted how the awakening of Hindus is required and is enough in Tamil Nadu to resolve the Deepam issue. Sample the reactions.
The awakening of Hindus in Tamil Nadu, I think it is enough to bring about the desired result. But if at all it is needed, the Hindu organizations are working in Tamil Nadu also. They will let us know, then we will think about it. But at present, I think the issue can be resolved here only on basis of the Hindus' strength in Tamil Nadu only. We will not need to escalate it. But one thing is pakka, that issue would be favorably for Hindus.
This is an attack against the judiciary of the country. It is an attack on the impartiality of the judges. The DMK government, supported by the India Alliance and the Congress, is trying to weaponize impeachment as a method to silence the judiciary. This not only shows their anti-Hindu sentiments, but it also displays their contempt for the independence of the judiciary. By moving this impeachment motion against the judge who has passed a reasonable order, this is a further attack on the independence of the judiciary. We request that the impeachment motion must be summarily dismissed.
Most of the parties in the opposition have come together and moved this motion, of course led by the DMK. This is like what the opposition parties and particularly BJP would like to say. It is not about any one single incident or against any people or anything like that. It is one particular judge who has acted against the constitution and acted against the secular credentials which is enshrined in our constitution. He's openly biased, openly taking certain ideologies, supporting certain ideologies.
An e-cigarettes row has erupted in Parliament. BJP MP Anurag Thakur has accused a Trinamool Congress MP of smoking an e-cigarette inside the Lok Sabha, even though e-cigarettes are banned across India. Thakur said that the MP has been smoking e-cigarettes in the House for days and demanded an immediate investigation. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla responded that parliamentary rules must be followed and pledged to act if a formal complaint is submitted. The opposition's TMC leader hit back at Anurag Thakur's claims, rejecting the claims and saying that the matter should be handled through established mechanisms. This issue also sparked a brief uproar during question hour, drawing sharp exchanges across the benches. Listen in to the reactions coming in.
हम क्यों कहेंगे, ये देखना जिसका काम है वो देखेंगे।
लेकिन आपकी पार्टी के सांसदों पर आरोप लग रहा है।
हम फिर बोल रहे हैं, देखिए तृणमूल, वो आपको पता होगा 2021 पे अब की बार 200 पार बोल के मोदी बाबू हार गए, तो वो गुस्सा अभी तक नहीं गए। क्या किया जाएगा? पैसा बंद, खाना बंद, नौकरी बंद, सब कुछ बंद, और उसके साथ साथ मंत्री लोगों ने सदन में आके असत्य भाषण भी बोलने लगा। बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट है, बोलने दीजिए। फिर हम बोलते हैं कि कोई भी इंडिसिप्लिन होगा तो उसका संभालने के लिए संसद का एक तरीका है, डिसिप्लिन है। अनुराग ठाकुर कोई गुरु ठाकुर नहीं है, वो बोलेंगे हम मान जाएंगे।
आप लोग
अनुराग ठाकुर एक ऐसे सदस्य हैं जो बोलते हैं तो ऑथोरिटी के साथ बोलते हैं, साक्ष्य के साथ बोलते हैं। वो तो चैलेंज कर रहे थे कि अध्यक्ष महोदय सर्च अगर किया जाए तो अभी पकड़े जाएंगे, लेकिन अध्यक्ष महोदय ने वातावरण को ठीक करके उन्होंने ये जरूर कहा कि नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन इसको रफा दफा किया। ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, और कोई इस ढंग का काम करे, सांसद ई सिगरेट पिए, तो इससे बड़ा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण नहीं।
और ई सिगरेट तो बैन है सर, देश में भी
बिल्कुल बैन है।
नहीं, हमारे स्वास्थ्य को खतरा में डाल रहे हैं दादा।
Now this is the visual that the BJP has upped the ante against TMC. In these visuals you can see how TMC MP Saurav Roy can be seen holding an e-cigarette, after which the BJP MP Anurag Thakur has claimed that this is what the TMC MPs have been doing for over the past 1 week, where the TMC MPs have been smoking e-cigarettes inside the parliament. Now this is the parliament premises where this visual has been accessed from. You can see in the hand of TMC MP there is an e-cigarette which the BJP claims that is foul, that is not allowed inside and outside the parliament premises. Now after this, the TMC has claimed that this is just politics of the BJP, and while the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has asked for a written complaint to be submitted.
हमारे स्वास्थ्य को खतरा में डाल रहे हैं दादा। हमारे स्वास्थ्य को खतरा में डाल रहे हैं दादा। नहीं, हमारे
While political war words continue, we will be slipping into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching NDTV. Breaking news coming in at this hour. Thailand Prime Minister dissolves Parliament after royal decree approval. This comes at a time when Thailand also received a fresh escalation from the Cambodia side, and then the next step that has sent shockwaves in the geopolitical situation. Thailand Prime Minister dissolving Parliament after royal decree approval. He said, and I quote, "I return power to the people." Now elections must be held within 45 to 60 days, latest date 8th Feb 2025. Thailand head back to polls for fresh mandate. My colleague Disha Bagchi is joining me for more details. Disha, give us a background of why exactly this step was taken.
Absolutely. So a very interesting development and quite shocking, but many in Thailand were expecting that this would take place because there has been long disagreements between the ruling party as well as the opposition party in the last couple of months, including many blaming the Thai Prime Minister. Now he's the third Prime Minister to take part in Thailand since 2023, and now he's dissolved Parliament, but many in the country were blaming him for the clashes and the tensions with Cambodia, and the fact that he's chosen to dissolve Parliament on the 4th day of these renewed clashes is really interesting timing for him. But he has mentioned that despite the Parliament being dissolved, Thailand's military operations against Cambodia will not be impacted in any way, and its military objectives continue to remain to, as they say, to crush Cambodia's military capabilities. But
Right.
The fact that he's chosen to do this does signal that the political turmoil in Thailand continues to be a prime concern.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Disha, for joining us with those details.